So there was this really cool experiment done that you might not know about called the polar bear experiment. It was a fascinating experiment where they put a group of people in a room and they told them they can think about whatever they want to think about, but do not think about white polar bears under any circumstance. At the end of the experiment, they asked everyone in the room, how many of you thought about white polar bears? Everybody raised their hand. And the moral of this experiment, or rather the moral of the story, the outcome of the experiment, was to prove that your brain cannot process a negative. If you tell your brain not to do something, it cannot process the word not. Or if you pray or meditate or whatever, that I'm not going to die of cancer, your brain cannot process the not. Your brain cannot process the no or the won't or the will not. It can only process the positive. It's kind of like on a radio. You cannot set a negative frequency, or you can't think something out of existence, but you can think something into existence. And what you should take away from this is when you're praying, as the Bible says, to pray with gratitude as though it's already happened or as though you already have it. This is essential. The Bible was kind of before its time on this. The authors of the Bible, or God, if you will, knew something that we don't know, or rather didn't know at the time, and it's that the brain cannot process a negative. That's why you're supposed to pray gratitude as though it already exists. So if you're praying for strength, don't pray to not be weak. Pray to be strong, as though you're already strong. If you're praying for wealth, do not pray to not be poor. Pray for wealth, as though you already have it. That's why the Bible says that the power of God is not within one man nor a group of men, but in all men. That power is already in you. It flows through you. But it's going to be limited to whatever power you are capable of transmitting. You're a conductor for God's power. So God is the all-powerful, but you need to have the ability to conduct that power and transmit it into your life. This is where faith comes in. And the Bible is pretty clear about this, that faith the size of a mustard seed can move a mountain. If you're praying for these things as though they already exist, but you don't truly believe this prayer is going to work, you don't truly believe it already exists, then it's not going to happen. You have to pray in the positive, not in the negative. You have to meditate and manifest in the positive, not in the negative. And you have to already know that the power of God is great and it's going to work. Otherwise, it won't. Stay blessed. I love you all. Ta-ta.